Hello dear children, today we are going to study periodic classification of elements, lesson number 2. Let's study the introduction first. We know that everything around us is made up of matter and this matter is made up of small particles. Here we have an example of a coal, that is charcoal, which is made up of small particle, that is carbon. All the atoms here you could see, these are all carbon particles, correct? Yes. So every atom in this particle or in this matter is made up of carbon. So all the tiny particle which is there here, that is the carbon. Here every molecule or the matter either is made up of combination of two or more elements. Here water was there. Now matter we comprises of elements, compounds and mixtures. As you know, elements, what elements are, before that you have studied that all the atoms in that substance are of same type. Okay, here compounds, could see here the element is sodium and all the elements, all the atoms are same type. Now elements here are being classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. So metals, as we know around us, whatever the properties, according to the properties, we classify the substances. Metals here, silver, copper, iron. Non-metals are sulfur. Examples are there here, many. Sulfur and nitrogen, chlorine, oxygen, carbon. You could see they are either in the gaseous form or either they are in the powder form. Okay, and metals are hard in structure. And metalloids, these are arsenic, selenium, germanium, antimony. These are the metalloids. Compound means the mixture of two or more elements. So a compound is a substance made up of two or more types of elements which are chemically combined in a fixed proportion. Okay, they don't combine with each other in any proportion. So you could see we have sodium chloride, sugar and water. Sodium chloride NaCl, sugar is C12H22O11 and water is H2O. Okay, so sodium has, that is your common salt, sodium chloride Na and Cl, sodium one atom and chlorine one atom. In sugar you could see carbon atoms are 12, hydrogen atoms are 22 and oxygen atoms are 11. So combination of all these elements together, chemically combine together or they bond together to form a compound, and then their property changes. You could see your water, that is water is a compound of hydrogen and oxygen, but not only one hydrogen one oxygen, but here it is two hydrogen and one oxygen. You difference between a nitrogen and water, what nitrogen is and water is? Yes, let's see the difference between nitrogen. There is one example given here. Nitrogen, it is in gaseous state and all the particles in that nitrogen is of same type. That means they are nitrogen itself only. And if you compare this nitrogen with water, you will find the particles or the molecules in that are of different elements. One is hydrogen, the other one is oxygen. Okay, so nitrogen, any molecule you take, it will be nitrogen only. Water molecules you take, they will be having hydrogen as well as oxygen. So here this nitrogen we group into element and water we say it as it is a compound. We don't call it as a element, but there are elements inside the compound. Okay. Here we have nitrogen, sodium and mercury. These are the elements. You could see all the atoms in these compounds are same, in these elements are same. Modern periodic table. Today we have 118 elements, either 119 elements known to this world, and but in 1800, that is That year only 30 elements were known, and these 30 elements were studied by the scientists, their properties, their atomic mass, their atomic weight, all these things were studied, and they tried to put these elements one by one into group. Further, many elements started being discovered by the scientists, and but it was a lot confusion to study these elements till they could group these elements into a tabular form. Okay, so classification was utmost necessary for the scientists to study about the properties of these elements and their uses, because they were already there in the atmosphere, but they still require to be discovered. Okay, so these elements, initially we classify the elements as metals and non-metals. Further, some elements have shown different properties, so they were grouped into metalloids. Okay, so here you could see some examples of metals and non-metals as well as metalloids. Okay, so metalloid here, silicon and germanium, two examples are given here. So in this periodic table, this is the periodic table we follow now in this world. But before that, what scientists did when they have discovered the elements. So Dobereiner, Newland, and Mendeleev, they put forth and worked hard to put these elements and group these elements according to their knowledge and according to their experience. They started classifying these elements into groups. Okay, so we'll study about Dobereiner, what he did with the elements and how he grouped the elements.